Hello, brothers and sisters. I just wanted to come say a word from the Holy Spirit, and it is, if you are feeling in your spirit to surrender your spouse, okay? So, he's saying this because this is something I had to deal with as well, because as a spiritual being having a human experience, we try to control everything. And when you are walking with Jesus, you have to surrender to get the full effect that you need. If you want them to come back, if you want them to do right, if you want to have the marriage you've always wished for and prayed for, you have to surrender your spouse. You have to also surrender to Jesus. That means you give him everything. When it comes to your finances, when it comes to your marriage, when it comes to your kids, when it comes to everything, you go to him in prayer. You pray about it. You give it to him. He's saying this about a lot of people that's going to be listening to this, that you are not surrendering your spouse. You are not surrendering. So he cannot work through you properly to move you forward. He needs to be able to work in you and through you to heal you from any generational traumas, anything, and the same with your spouse. That way, once you're healed, you can have a purposeful marriage together and do his will here like it is in heaven on earth. That's what he needs you to be, healed and ready to do his will and do what's best for you two and have the marriage you always prayed for. So you have to let go of them. And this is one thing I want people to remember. You are already connected spiritually, so you have already become one. Do not think because you let them go and you stop communicating with them and talking to them and everything that they're going to go find someone else. This is impossible once you are connected as one spiritually, because you're a spiritual being having a human experience. They will not want anybody else but you. You are all they think about. You are all they will want. You are all they see themselves with for the rest of their life. You have now became one. The two has now became that one. So that's it. You are connected spiritually. What Jesus can do, no one else can. Remember that. Once he tells you something, it's set in stone. And nobody can break that bond. While you're doing the work and you're working on yourself and you're doing his will, whatever he tells you to do, they're doing the same thing. And know that. And know that they're only wanting you. Even if they are getting approached. They are being tested. And they are saying, no, I'm already married or I already have someone. I am spoken for. Don't let the enemy get in your mind and tell you, oh, they are out here dating. Or they don't want you no more. Or whatever. Don't let them get in your mind. They have moved on. They have not moved on. Don't let him do that to you. Because he will. He will put things in their mind like they're messing around, they're sleeping around. And they're not. So he would also, of course, tell you to be celibate in this time, because the next time is with your wife and your husband. You two together. He is spiritually cleansing you. He is purifying you. He is refreshing you. He's restoring you. So you will be just sitting at his feet. Everything. Now Jesus is your spouse. He will be getting you ready for your purpose. Everything that you will endure. He will be strengthening you for whatever your purpose may be. So just focus on him. Nothing else. Don't worry about the spouse. They're not going anywhere. They will always and forever want you and no one else. And I want you to remember that. Stay positive throughout this time. Speak positive. And I always say this. Every time the devil sends you a negative, you replace that thought with a positive thought. Because he will do that throughout this time to get you to backtrack and be stagnated. Or to stop. Or to contact your spouse when you're not supposed to. Let God be the one that brings them in when it's time. So I just needed to say that because I went through that. But when I finally surrendered, I seen the change in me and I seen the change in him. And I seen progress. When I tried to control everything, it felt like it was getting worse. So I'm speaking from experience. And I know when you do see the change in yourself and you see it, and you're going to be so proud of yourself. You're going to be so proud. Like, dang, I never thought they could be this type of person. I never thought I could get here. You just have to surrender. So I just wanted to say that. Much love and all praises to the Most High.